Space Imperies Part 9. The love of Amanda Cabron altered Clocktime 2. Anything resembling places, facts, and people is just a coincidence. More casuality. Realistic anticipation. Original fiction. Captain Jax Rylan continued addressing the team members in the conference room for a final review of the plan. Each member will have a specific role and will ensure that all systems and equipment are ready. I felt the tension in the air as we gathered, aware of the magnitude of what we were about to face. Alex, Rylan said naturally, will contact his friend Zephyr in the coast city, to coordinate the mission and a secure meeting point. Zephyr will be crucial in providing local information and support. I saw the concern in Alex's eyes as Jax talked about Zephyr, knowing how important this connection was. Once on Earth, the team will be divided into groups to infiltrate Neuroteca's physical facility. Rafaela and Sean will take care of disabling the systems and redundancies. Mextex and Lady Darrow will organize an offensive to free the council members. I felt a mixture of nervousness and determination as we prepared for this critical phase of the mission. Dr. Lysandra Kale and Dr. Iliana Tralov will work together to disable neuronal rewriting interface programs and reverse the manipulation of reprogrammed people. I knew that this part of the mission was crucial to the success of our operation. Once the mission is completed, the team will gather at the extraction point to return to the Aquila spacecraft and return to Mars. Mental will provide your specialized technical support. The safety and success of the mission will depend on coordination and teamwork. I felt a mixture of hope and anxiety as I visualized our return. The tension in the conference room was palpable as Captain Jax Rylan completed the review of the plan. Each member of the team had a crucial role, and the magnitude of our mission weighed on us. I felt a little nervous as we prepared to face Neurotech. When Jax mentioned Zephyr, I saw the concern in Alex's eyes. I knew how important this connection was to the success of our mission. Zephyr would be our link in the coast city, providing local information and support. Once on Earth, we would be divided into groups. Rafaela and Sean would disable the systems and redundancies, while Mextex and Lady Darrow would organize an offensive to free the council members. Dr. Lysandra Kale and Dr. Iliana Tralov would work together to disable neuronal rewriting interface programs and reverse the manipulation of reprogrammed people. I knew this part of the mission was crucial. Finally, we would meet at the extraction point to return to the Aquila spacecraft and return to Mars. Mental would provide your specialized technical support. The safety and success of the mission would depend on our coordination and teamwork. The noise of the engines of the Aquila resounded like a distant song in my ears as we prepared for the time jump. The ship vibrated subtly as we traveled through time and space. I felt a mixture of vertigo and excitement. When the Aquila finally stabilized, I looked at the screen. The stars did not look different to those we had left behind. There was no perceptible difference to the naked eye with what we knew, but there was a beauty. "We are here," announced Captain Jax, with his firm but astonished voice. "Now we have to establish our time-space coordinates to know exactly where and when we are. Before proceeding to approach Earth, we have to move fast and carefully." At the same time, Mental was connecting with the AI Central of the Aquila, immediately responded. "We find ourselves established in decline towards the Sun between the orbits of the Earth and Venus, according to the stellar positions. The year of the common chronology is 1967. I knew our mission now was even more complicated. Not only did we have to face Neurotech, but we also had to adapt to a world without the technological conveniences we were used to. But we were ready. The determination in the eyes of my colleagues gave me the confidence I needed. Captain Rylan said, "We should have arrived earlier, but we're already here," and he continued, "We're going to avoid being detected. I want a general tracking, and a course of geostationary action on the hidden side of the moon." One of the bridge specialists interrupted him. "An artificial object is moving towards us, a distance of 45,000 kilometers, it is very slow, Captain." "Check the scanners, we don't want surprises," said the captain. "We have an image," replied the specialist, and on the main screen the image of an old probe was generated with letters that I could not understand. The captain, turning to Menthol, said, "Can you confirm what it is? It looks like an old Soviet probe." Menta answered calmly, "It is an ancient Soviet probe. It has written Venera in Cyrillic alphabet." "We must prevent that thing from detecting us," said the captain. "If SW records the image of the Aquila at this time, unknown events could be triggered." "There will be no problems, we are out of its range of action," Mental said. Aquila went closer to the Earth's orbit and stationed in a geostationary position on the hidden side of the Moon. Meeting in a conference room. Captain Jacques Raylan designed a plan for possible infiltration routes. They must be on Earth for their time jump at our time, with the least possible margin of drift. The most recommended is that they make the entry into the Earth's atmosphere by entering one of the poles, avoiding eyes that under no concepts must see them, and we cannot allow any presence to be registered. The two launchers for the mission have installed passive protection features, including random frequency laser reflectors and reprogrammable magnetic projectors to disable any recording apparatus and any indiscreet human eye. Those were some of the instructions he gave us, and we all understood the extreme of the situation in which we were, and as we went, Mextex made a commentary with the uplifted spirit that at the poles, at this time, there would be not even a messenger at 1,000 kilometers, but that it would dispatch good at the end of the mission. "I am also going to dispatch myself of the good," said Dr. Iliana Tralov, looking at the captain, who did not change his expression, but a slight reflection shone in his eyes, showing that he understood the message. The launchers separated from the Aquila and began their descent toward Earth. The journey was tense, each second counted as they approached the Earth's atmosphere. The entry by the poles was already calculated and established automatically. What was not established was that missile that was going to hit a military satellite, and PA parts that rushed into the atmosphere accompanied them, and the automatic navigation systems corrected the course to avoid collisions. That owed them a few degrees to the south and went to give close to the surface of the Atlantic Ocean over the coasts of North America. "What location do we have?" "About the coast of North America, area of New Scotland," asked Sean. "That place was already populated," said Alex with some tension in the voice. "We have to get away from here." I felt a little worried until Menthol said, "It's okay, we're mimetized. The systems work perfectly, avoiding detections, and the spectators who are looking in our direction will only see the glowing remains of the satellite that accompanies us. Only we'll have to emerge with some strain and then move under the surface to get away, and make the next time jump."